nobody kiss it like you. Don't nobody kiss it like you. Bang, bang, bang.
Misa Hylton and Mary J. Blige are both huge names in the music industry. Misa Hylton, known for her work as a celebrity stylist and baby mother of Sean Puffy Combs, has had a significant figure behind the scenes. Mary J. Blige, on the other hand, is a legendary singer-songwriter, often referred to as the queen of hip-hop souls. Their paths have crossed in various capacities over the years. And throughout their, 30-something year friendship, we have seen these two out and about at different events, celebrating birthdays, babies, heartaches, and funerals and everything else under the sun. So it came to a major shock to us, the public, when reports came out that Misa Hylton was suing Mary J. Blige for $5 million. What? I honestly don't know if anybody was more shocked than myself. I have been a huge fan of both ladies since the 90s. Mary J. Blige is in my top 10 of favorite singers of all times. And I even named my first character in my first novel, Misa, after Misa Hylton. I have loved her aesthetic. I have loved the way that she has styled Little Kim, Mary J. Blige, Missy Elliott, and more throughout the years. She has been a trendsetter in the hip-hop community, and I have loved their friendship. So to see that they are no longer friends and that now they have involved the courts was flabbergasting to me. So let me spill the tea on what exactly has gone down between the two women. According to Vibe magazine, it reads, stylist Misa Hylton has filed a lawsuit against Mary J. Blige, a previous client and friend, for allegedly refusing to drop rapper VADO's completed album until he cut ties with the fashion professional. Ooh. In court documents obtained by All Hip Hop, Hylton alleges that Mary J. Blige has attempted to sabotage her business relationship with VADO via her Misa management company, saying that Blige's company, Beautiful Life Productions, interfered with VADO and Hylton's signed management agreement, which would entitle her agency to 20% of the rapper's earnings. Hylton believes Blige used her influence to isolate VADO and steer him away from the contract. Documents claim that Blige attempted to persuade VADO to break his management agreement with Hylton during private yacht gatherings, hotel meetings, and exclusive events, where Misa nor her Misa management representatives were present. It sounds like she trying to say that, she was trying to persuade him romantically. Private yacht gatherings, hotel meetings. You trying to say they were sleeping together? Because that's what it sounds like to me, child. But anywho, let's continue. It also alleges that Blige head security guard, described as her boyfriend, also wanted to sign VADO and told him he would lose out on opportunities if he stayed with Misa. Okay, so it wasn't nothing schmexual. It was Mary J. and her man allegedly trying to persuade him to come on over to their side and to leave Misa alone, which is scandalous, child, if that's true. VADO signed with Misa Management on July 25th, 2023, and later signed with Beautiful Life Productions on October 1st, 2023. Paperwork claims that in private messages, Blige said that she would not release VADO's album, which he completed July 2024, or allow him to tour as long as he stayed with Misa. Wow, that's crazy. I thought I saw them together last year. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm just thinking of things. Hylton argues that Blige shelving VADO's album left the artist in economic servitude, unable to repay advances tied to his recording deal or make any real money for himself. They're currently seeking $5 million in damages for breach of contract, emotional distress, and interference with business relationships. Wow. That's crazy. Now, if any of you are wondering who in the hell is VADO, I ain't never heard of this man before in my life. Well, he is an East Coast rapper. he had a little splash maybe about 10, 12 years ago. You would know him for being on Marriage Boot Camp with Tahiri. They were on that season where she threw that apple at him and he yoked her up. And remember, they separated him and put him out the house, but he still continued with the process or whatever. It was crazy. But that's what he's most known for that I know of. But it's weird to me that they're acting like he is the next Notorious Blige, like VADO. Like, he cool, but he ain't made no type of impact in the industry where people would be fighting over him to work with him, which is crazy work to me. I don't understand why Misa nor Mary J. Blige would be trying so hard to secure him as a talent. Like, that's just a waste of time and money, to be honest with you. I just don't see it for him, and I don't think the industry has really saw it for him either, which is like, what are y'all fighting for? And then for them to lose a 30-something year friendship and now are suing, like, that's crazy work to me. That's just like me and my best friend Losha. We've been friends for over 30 years, falling out, and now I'm suing her, she's suing me. Like, that's, I just couldn't even imagine it. Like, what went down between them that was so bad that they would throw away a 30-something year friendship? Now, sources have come forth saying that this is not the reason why they ended their friendship. Let's listen to The Breakfast Club and hear what Lauren had to say after she did a little digging about the situation.
All right, y'all. So I told y'all that we was going to get some things straight when it came to this Misa Hylton, Mary J. Blige, $5 million lawsuit over VADO. All right. So I spoke to Misa Hylton, and she wanted to make clear, Charlamagne, you would ask some questions about why $5 million and is VADO even making that?
No, what I said was,
That's what you said.
I said, has he ever made that for Cameron when he was signed to Cameron? Did he ever make that for Khaled when he was signed with Khaled? What made them project $5 million for VADO?
All right, well, before y'all get to that, I didn't want to say anything yesterday because everybody knew who this man was, but who is VADO? Because I thought y'all was mistaking Vito's name for VADO.
Who is Vito?
Vito is a singer. Don't play with him. Put some respect on it. But no, Vito is really a good singer. He be with Eric Bellinger and all them.
And
Like,
he be going viral online. I know
all
who
the
that
time.
is.
I love Vito the singer. And he on Tank R&B Money album and all that.
Okay.
You would enjoy him.
But when you say
VADO
VADO
is a rapper from New York.
You should have pulled up some of his old records.
Because I didn't know that Mary J. Blige had artists, and I didn't know that I didn't never heard of VADO.
I'll get you a VADO song.
Okay.
You could listen to. Actually, he has one with Mary J. Blige, which is we're gonna talk about it. Okay. So according to Misa Hylton, she says when you calculate the numbers, VADO was writing for 2 Mary J. Blige albums as well as 2 tours that he was promised that he was going to go on with her that are now not happening, allegedly. So Misa says Mary J. Blige removed all of this allegedly, and the number, the $5 million, is not for her from them anticipating album sales. And it's not because they were supporting her label. It's because he's a super creative writer, vocal producer, and ghostwriter. And the song, for instance, that he has with Mary J. Blige, the Still Believe in Love song, went 10 weeks #1 on the chart. So basically she's saying that like there were things happening, like he was supposed to be on tour, which would have equaled bookings, and he has like writings and different things that he's been doing and was doing that he can't do anymore because allegedly Mary J is like, no, because you didn't come over to this side.
I appreciate all that information, but it still don't answer my question. Did he ever make $5 million for Cameron? Did he ever make $5 million for Khaled? What made him think he could make $5 million? Now, I do agree that if he is stuck in a contract that he shouldn't be in anymore, and Mary is the reason for that, then Mary should let him out the contract. That I agree with.
Yes. And you know, Misa also wanted to make it clear that her and Mary J. Blige and their friendship of over 30 years did not end or fall out or wherever it is right now because of VADO. And she did not file this lawsuit just because she's upset that they're no longer friends. To Charlamagne's point, it was about the business and it was about the contract, and it wasn't honored. And you know, if it was the other way around where he had a contract he was supposed to honor with Mary J. Blige or whatever, and he did not do that, they could have taken legal action as well. So you know, that she just wanted to clear it up.
They say there's no permanent friends or enemies when it comes to business,
yeah.
But what if you were already friends?
Yeah.
It's easy to say that when people you're not really dealing with, but when you're actually friends with a person, is it?
Yeah, it definitely can mess up.
It's difficult.
Relationships is definitely difficult. Yeah.
I prefer not to do business with friends.
With friends,
Yeah, and if I do
or
it, I'd
family.
rather be like standoff. Like maybe I'm just like, I don't know, something, because it gets a little tricky. But she also wanted to clarify the timeline on when they fell out. She says that she said it's been a year that they have not spoken. And again, she doesn't really know the exact reason why, but there's a ton of different things that have happened within that year. She said, Jess, she heard you say that you saw them at the Strength of a Woman content in 2024. And she wanted to make it clear. She alleges that during that time, Mary J. Blige wasn't even speaking to her because she released, collaboration of her own. What's wrong?
Relax, Jeff.
No, because it's so much going on, and I didn't realize that she would talk directly to me while all this is happening. But okay, people be listening.
I think she just wants to clear things up because even though
I didn't realize that they weren't speaking. They literally sat on a panel together. But you know what? We don't know what's happening, right? That's
Not
just
fully.
another example. If you don't know what people are really going through behind closed doors, because I swear, like it seemed like everything was fine. Like they were in the same rooms, we were behind stage together. And no, Murray not supposed to be like, oh, I don't like that bitch. And Misa not supposed to be like, I don't like, it wasn't giving that energy. And these are two women that know how to govern themselves with or without drama,
Yeah.
But
I'll tell you who don't give a damn about none of this.
Who?
Mary Jane Blige.
I know,
Okay,
I know.
you do that video that you sent me yesterday with Mary on stage, and Mary just like, man, sing the damn song so I can get up out here. If you think Mary care about any of this, you out your damn
Crazy.
mind.
that's why I ain't got nothing from that side. I've been
Man.
trying, y'all.
Mary's so sick
Her
of
middle
this.
name is Jane.
No, I don't think.
Oh, I was about to say that's
What is
so
Mary's
perfect.
middle name?
Mary Jane Blige.
yes.
Oh yeah, let's see what that J stands for. I can't believe we don't know this shit.
Yeah,
They don't
I
know
know.
her
I never
middle
thought
name
about
is
it.
Jane?
I never heard nobody ask that before. What is the J? Because you know how Weezy F, he changed the F is for something different every song. But I
Oh, it
never
does
heard
stand for Jane.
Mary Jane Blige.
Yes.
Oh,
I knew that.
So perfect.
I like that.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
that is the update there. But yeah, the lawsuit is still ongoing, but she did want to clear up those few things. Basically, she said, stop playing with, artists and creatives, Charlamagne, because you don't know what's in their pockets.
I know it's not, but that's why I'm asking the question.
But you know what? You know what?
That's why I asked.
Did the guy say anything yet?
No.
By the way,
Okay.
this is nothing
So Vado didn't
personal
say
to Vado.
anything.
Vado's always been a cool, solid individual. I'm just
I'm
speaking
sure
from
he
a
has.
business perspective. When I'm thinking about the business, so I think about Cam, I think about Khaled. Did he ever make Cam $5 million? Did he ever make Khaled $5 million? So what would make them feel like? Why would they project that he could make them $5 million? I'm just asking. That's why I'm asking. I'm asking questions.
Okay, I'm glad that Lauren was able to speak to Misa to get a breakdown from her perspective on why they are suing Mary. Now, with Misa being Vado's manager and her, supposedly getting 20% of anything that he makes, I can understand why she is involved in the lawsuit, because if he don't make money, I don't make money, and you holding up me from getting my bag. So if this is true that Vado wrote for 2 of her albums, was supposed to go on tour with her, and then they had a hit song that was #1 on the charts for 10 weeks, and he ain't getting his money, yeah, I'm gonna need that. Like, I don't know what you think this is, but you need to give me my money, ma'am. Like, we not doing that. I would hope that Mary ain't out here on doing bad business with people, especially considering the fact that people have done her dirty in the industry, aka her last husband, you know what I'm saying, where she had to start over from scratch. So I would hope and pray that she would not be so petty and ignorant to let her feelings get involved in mishandling her business. And it was also crazy to find out that Misa says she doesn't even know why Mary stopped talking to her, which is even crazier. Like, what is going on between these two women? Like, you have a friendship with somebody for 30 years and then that person just stopped talking to you and you don't know why? Like, that's nuts. That's nuts. Least I can say they were professional at that event that they were at, so much so that Jess thought that they were still cool at that point. This is crazy, but what's even crazier is that Misa isn't just Vado's manager, she's also his boo thing. The Jasmine brand exclusively reported that the pair have been dating for some time. In fact, sources tell the Jasmine brand that Misa Hylton and VADO are a serious couple who have been together for years. Wow. VADO? Okay, I guess, to each his own. Love comes in very many shapes and forms and fashion, I guess. I'm wondering if they stopped speaking because of the whole Diddy situation. If the timelines add up, remember last year Misa started speaking out against Puffy, especially when her son had got in trouble with the law, when Justin got in trouble with the law, and she was like, enough is enough. I'm not keeping quiet no more. You got me messed up when it come to my child. So I'm wondering, did Mary not want to have no parts of it, especially when he got sued and got sent to jail? Maybe during the trial that begins this month, maybe Misa is going to be called to the stand. Maybe Mary J. Blige was asked to testify because she has seen and heard and went through a lot of things herself. So maybe she is refusing to speak out against Puffy. Maybe that's why they have fallen out. I personally think that it does have something to do with that, considering the fact that they fell out last year. I really honestly think that it has something to do with the Puffy of it all. Remember, there has been stories and rumors and things throughout the years of Puffy allegedly schmoozing Misa when they were together. I've heard a bunch of horrific stories about him abusing her. I've also heard stories about how Puffy and his mama was stealing money from Mary J. Blige. So much stuff, and now to know that throughout all of these years, Puffy has been a user, an addict himself. I wonder, was it a point in time where he was getting high with Mary when Mary was going through her stage of addiction? Child, it's probably so much stuff, but that's just a suspicion of mine that could be the reason why they fell out. Don't know if that's true. What y'all think? Do y'all think it probably has something to do with the Diddy of it all, or do you think they just fell out over something else? But considering the fact that Misa is saying she don't even know why they fell out is just crazy. But if Mary owes this lady and this man money, get them people their money, let them out of the contract and let them go on about their business. She has not said anything regarding the court case. So I guess we just gonna have to see this whole thing play out. But y'all let me know down below in the comment section what y'all think about all this, because I can't wait to hear what y'all got to say. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.